Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by a contribution from Teresa, and here's her story. Hello, Ollie. I'll try to keep this brief. I've heard people say their family doesn't know them at all, like their interests, hobbies, etc. I believe they do know, but only to the extent they can weaponize it against you. I know you have said they'll take things you enjoy and make you hate them. Even though I was never guided or encouraged to branch out and try new things, they sure rooted it out when I attempted new things solo. When public school still had music, I took violin lessons. I played something for my mom, and all she said was I wasn't as good as a Chinese 6-year-old on TV. Yeah, I know a kid with private lessons straight out of the womb was better than my ham-handed Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It wasn't about that. It was about the discouragement. I made an intricate cross stitch in high school that took me years. I was pleased with myself for seeing the project through to the end, but the fam made a point to just dismiss it as a waste of time. If I would make something, it was your cousin did it better. If I wrote something, it was you're no Hemingway. Nothing could be just for your own satisfaction or accomplishment. It was all held up as something to be judged or belittled. Right. Anything you're good at is to be belittled. Anything, and it's not necessarily that you're good at. It's you're better than the golden child, or you're better than their prime example, but usually the golden child. The things I was better at Precious, I was belittled for. I was discouraged against. It was a waste of time. You were a fucking idiot for even doing things like that. The things my brother could do better than me was thrown in my face. And just put on a high horse. It's the things you're better than the golden child then that they belittle. That's the difference. That's the difference of when to belittle you or destroy you, or it's dependent on whether or not you're better or worse at it than the golden child, or that they can make you think the golden child's better or worse at it. It's usually something the golden child can't or hasn't done. So if it's something different that you've branched out, that has to be destroyed and stopped. Unless the golden child then picks it up, and then it could be, well, they're better at it than you. I just have to accept this I'm not impressed attitude was just their way of making me chase their validation for infinity. A lot of those people are dead now anyway, but I'll let them poison the well. I felt I shouldn't enjoy anything because I didn't earn it, because I don't deserve it. I've had the same job for 23 years, and I can still hear them say, meh, that just shows you didn't have ambition. I'm working on being content with myself. It's like they've always been perched on my brain, and no matter what I achieve or what hurdle I tackle, I still hear them remind me that I'm failing. I guess that wasn't brief, but it's kind of like a worldwide phenomenon now. It's the culture of dissatisfaction. Yeah, and that this was done by baby boomers. Look, the culture of dissatisfaction is caused by baby. This is why I talk about the baby boomers. This is all baby boomer tactics. Is what you're discussing here, Teresa. Okay, a hierarchy that they control. The baby boomer is all about controlling the hierarchy. And they're at the top of it. And what you're describing, what you went through and what I went through with the whole golden child thing is just another dynamic of the baby boomer hierarchy that they're controlling. they did it better, they worked harder, you didn't earn it, you don't work hard enough, why don't you have money, we had this, you have that. It's a this versus that type of hierarchy mentality that they're at the top of and they control all of it. This is what I've been talking about baby boomers, societal narcissism. This is how it all ties in. Just a culture of dissatisfaction. Why are we dissatisfied? Because no matter what we do, our friggin' parents, the ones who raised us, are telling us it wasn't good enough and they did it better. In order for the baby boomer to stay at the top of that pyramid, they need everybody else dissatisfied and unsure and hating themselves and thinking they can't, won't, don't. No matter what you achieve, it isn't good enough. They did it better. They did it sooner. It was easier then. They had a bigger this. They listened to better that. And then they wonder, oh, are you unhappy? I don't know. Instead of being happy with what we have, they want everyone to fret and steer over what they don't have. And that's a sucker's game because there's always someone who has more. But I see now the only way they could feel prominent is by making me feel small. Right. That's how they stay at the top of the pyramid. You don't realize as a child other adults didn't pay them no mind. But at home, they're whatever they want to be. They're kings or conquerors, and you better believe it. And don't you dare not be their mini-me or do something better than them. Don't we know we only exist to be their reflection? Not even to be their reflection, to be their dulled reflection. They don't want to see themselves because they got to compete with themselves. They want to see a dulled reflection. To shine independently of them is to be treated not with just indifferent dismissiveness, but as an act of betrayal. When someone can't stand to be on their own merit, all they can do is drag everybody else. Have a good weekend, everyone. That's the baby boomer. They just want to drag everyone else so they can stay at the top of the pyramid, at the top of their meritless pyramid. A pyramid they're at the top of because they were handed everything and then stole the rest. That's the reality. And then they manipulate, and then they manipulate and control. To foster a culture of dissatisfaction. That's how the baby boomer stays on top of it. So I hope that helps. Thank you, Teresa, for another contribution and story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook Live, well, not Facebook Live anymore, or have a live chat, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you, or make a contribution to keep the, now I gotta, see, I screwed up the ending now because there's no more Facebook. Or just make a contribution to keep the channel supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.